Hey guys, welcome back to Investor Terminology. Today we're going to talk about the rules of thumb. Rules of thumb are very quick ratios used by investors to compare similar properties to each other. Quick note, these are not meant to be in-depth analysis. They're just ratios that investors use to select properties before making that in-depth analysis. So the four most commonly used rules of thumb are cash on cash, payback period, break-even ratio, and gross income multiplier, or GIM. So to give you an example, with the cash on cash, what you're trying to see is the percentage of your income in cash flow. So for example, if you've invested $100,000 into a property and at the end of the year, your cash flow was $30,000, well, your cash on cash ratio would be 30%. The reverse of that ratio is the payback period ratio. So we're going to take the $30,000 that you've cash flowed in the year and divide that by 100,000, your original investment, and you'll see that it'll take you 3.3333 years to pay back your original investment. Now, the next ratio, by the way, it's called break-even ratio. It shows you your gross income versus all the debt that you incur throughout the year. So there's two types of debt that you typically will have. You have your operating expenses and you have your debt servicing. Operating expenses, anything like maintaining the property, making any repairs, etc. With debt servicing, meaning your mortgage. All right. So when you put mortgage and operating expenses together and divide that by your gross income, so all of your rents, you'll come with a number or a ratio that's either below 1 or above 1. If you're exactly at 1, that means that everything that you're making, you're spending on your debts. If you are below 1, that means you have some cash cushion and you can either increase your expenses or you have some room to have a little bit less of income, which is of course not favorable. Or on the other side of the coin, if you are above 1, that means you're overspending. The final and perhaps the most widely used and known rule of thumb is the GIM, or gross income multiplier. This formula is used when your income or potential income for a property is not known, but you have several other very similar properties where you do have that information. So you will take the sale price of those properties and divide it by their gross income, which will give you a number, which will then allow you to reverse engineer that towards your property and come up with the sale price.